So we finally got ratings for college football 25. We didn't get all the ratings for all of the players, but we did get the top 100 players. I'm going to be going over the best players at each position. Really cool that we finally get to see this. This is the first time that we get to see overalls connected to an actual player's name in college football. So really cool to see. Before we get into this, if you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe. Fill this bar up right above me. We're going to go ahead and give away a $100 gift card to whatever console you want. And also, before we get into this, thank you so much for the support. The support has been crazy for college football 25. The game hasn't even come out yet. Really looking forward to what we can do on this channel. You guys have been killing it. Let's keep it going. All right, boys. So here we are. We're on EA's website right here. They've got the top 100 players in here. Unfortunately, we don't have all of them yet. I don't know if they're going to actually drop the entire database till the game drops. Obviously, when the game drops, we'll go ahead and look at all of the teams here. But these are the top 100 players here. You can filter out. It says team here, but it's still conference, so it's broken a little bit there. But I'll show you how to sort from team. But you got position. That's where we're going to go. We're going to go from each position here and look at the best players. And then you've got conference again here. So if you guys want to look at specific teams, all you have to do is go here and click on the team. So if I want to look at Georgia players, I'll click on this little Georgia icon, and then it'll show me every single player that's in the top 100 that's on Georgia. So really cool thing to look at there. You can also sort here from speed, who's the fastest out of these players, who's the slowest. We can also look at overall, sort from highest to lowest. So be sure to look at that. This also gives you a good look at who are some of the sleeper players out there that are on smaller schools. Look at Liberty University. There's two guys in here that are in the top 100. You got a halfback, 90 overall with 88 speed, and a quarterback with 90 overall and 87 speed. So these are two guys right here that you guys could build around in the dynasty. So you could find some sleepers in here. The only thing I don't like is that they don't show us the age of these players. What class are they in? Are these guys juniors, freshmen, seniors? That would really give us a blueprint of what we're going to do for dynasties, because I don't know where these guys are. I guess you could look it up in like ESPN or Google or something like that. But that's the one thing I don't like about this site. You don't have the ages on here, and you don't have any further attributes than speed, acceleration, strength, awareness, and jump, and obviously overall. So for DBs, you don't have coverage stats or anything like that, unfortunately. But we're only a couple days away from the game, so we're going to get all that stuff soon. Let's go to the filters and sort it out. The first position we're going to do all of the linemen, offensive linemen. All right, so here we go. Let's make sure I got them all here. Left tackle, left guard, right tackle, center. All right, cool. So we got them all right here. Let's go ahead and sort. So the highest overall lineman is Will Campbell from LSU, number 2 ranked player in the game, actually, at 96 speed. Also, before I keep going, there are no 99s in this game. I like that they did that. I know in Madden, they're known for doing the 99 club, and there's only a few players day one that are 99 overall. But it's college football. We don't know a lot of these names yet. There's going to be a lot of names that come out of nowhere and get that high 90 overall rating. Obviously, when that Heisman race starts, I think that's when we're going to start to see the higher 90 overall players. You know, that 98 to 99 overall player. I want to say the highest overall in the game right now is actually a 96. So I like that they did that. Overalls are going to be changing as the year goes on. I don't think we've ever had that in college football before. So that'll be cool to see that. We're going to see a lot of players that come out of nowhere for sure, like I said. Let me know down in the comments, who do you think is going to emerge and be a high Heisman hopeful player? Well, let's continue. Will Campbell, best offensive lineman in the game. A lot of SEC guys coming off the line here. Tate Ratledge at 95 overall. Kelvin Banks Jr. at 94. I'm not going to name all these guys. There's a lot of different linemen in here. But I am noticing here there is a very strong offensive line there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The Crimson Tide have 3 offensive linemen that are 90-plus overall players. So Jalen Milroe is going to be very protected for sure. I see Georgia has two players that are 90 plus overall. We've got LSU that has 2, and they have the best offensive lineman in the game. I think those are the only. Ohio State obviously is on there. They've got a couple, or wait, no, I only see 1. Yep, nope, they only have 1. So 2 SEC schools that have a very strong, or 3 SEC schools, I'm sorry, that have a very strong offensive line. Makes sense. Very strong conference. Makes sense. All right, so these are going to be defensive tackles and left and right ends. So what do we got here? Who's the best one? Tennessee's got a 95 overall. James Pierce Jr. at a 95 overall, 88 speed, and 95 acceleration. Dude, this guy's going to be flying over the edge, and you know he's going to have abilities. That's going to be scary. And then ranked at number 8, we've got a Mason Graham at 95 overall with 76 speed as a defensive tackle. That's really good. Deion Walker from Kentucky, 93 overall, right end. Again, I'm not going to name all these guys. That's a lot of defensive tackles and right ends and left ends. But I'm noticing here you've got a pretty good pass rush from the Big Ten. You've got Michigan with 2 guys right here with 90-plus ratings. Kenneth Grant, we saw him in the gameplay with Bordeaux and Donovan Edwards. Kenneth Grant had some kind of weird ability where he's able to shed easier. I think it was something like that. But he got a nice sack in the game that we watched. So Kenneth Grant's going to be nasty. Mason Graham, of course. Ohio State's got a couple guys. And Jack Sawyer at a 92. Tylee Williams at 91. Got another Big Ten guy in here. Abdul Carter from Penn State actually is rated as the fastest defensive line player out of Big Ten. 91 overall with 89 speed and 94 acceleration. Dude, this guy's going to be flying. So we got all the linemen out of the way. Let's go ahead and stay on defense here, and we're going to look at the safeties, strong safety and free safety. All right, so what do we got for safeties? The best one, as it should be, the newest transfer from Alabama to Ohio State, Caleb Downs at 95 overall, the 5th best player in the game at 91 speed and 95 acceleration. Now, again, this is where I'm kind of upset we don't get to see any kind of man coverage, zone coverage, hit power. That's obviously very important as a safety. These are guys that we could potentially be using in the game. So really important position right here. The best one, Caleb Downs. Malachi Starks comes in at 7th ranked at 95 overall with 93 speed and 95 acceleration. So he might actually be a little bit better than Caleb Downs. This dude has 96 jumping. My goodness, that's good. Jonas Sanker. Virginia's got a couple guys in here that are sneaking into the top 100 that a lot of people didn't know about. But I'm seeing it here. We've got 2 of the same team in here. We've got 2 guys that have 290-plus safeties, one at free safety and strong safety, and that's the Iowa Hawkeyes. Sebastian Castro, 92 overall with 92 speed. Xavier, not going to attempt to say that last name, but he's a 90 overall with 90 speed as well. So the Iowa defense is stacked at safety. But I love to see my boy Caleb Downs in there. Let's go, OHIO. Let's move on. Let's look at the linebackers. Middle linebacker, left and right outside linebackers. All right, so the best linebacker is coming out of Clemson at right outside linebacker, 94 overall with 89 speed. Coming out of the ACC. Look, you see it again. You've got multiple players from Iowa. 2 guys that are 90-plus overalls. The Iowa defense is going to be scary. I feel like this might be a popular team to rebuild in Dynasty because their offense is just not good at all. So that'll be fun to rebuild that. But you could carry this team with the defense, man. You've got 2 really good safeties, 2 really good linebackers, Jay Higgins at 94 and Nick Jackson at 90. But you've got a sneaky one in here, Jason Henderson from Old Dominion at 91 overall. So that's a sneaky one in there. Really good group of linebackers right there. I didn't expect to see this list so short, but it is what it is. Well, let's switch it up. Let's go on offense. Let's look at the best tight ends in the game. And we're only looking at 5, and the best one in the game is from Michigan University, Colson Loveland at 92 overall with 87 speed. 91 acceleration on a tight end is pretty crazy. Pretty much all these guys have pretty decent speed. Orande Gadsden, the second from Syracuse, is at a 91 overall with 88 speed. Mason Taylor, Mitchell Evans, and Oscar Delp rounding it out at all 90 overalls. Don't have any tight ends with 90 speed. The fastest one is Orande Gadsden with 88 speed and 90 acceleration. Are there any top 100 kickers and fullbacks in the game? Yeah, I didn't think so. But here we go. We're going to start to get into the more exciting positions that are in the game. And I'm going to start out with the cornerback position on defense. A lot of really good players right here. And we've got the best cornerback in the game being at number 1 rank, Will Johnson from Michigan. 96 overall, 92 speed with 95 acceleration. And I wish we had a look at what the coverage attributes were for man coverage and zone coverage. But we don't. Couple more days away, and it'll be here and we can look at this, but I promise you Will Johnson is going to be nasty. Huge separation right here. This is the highest ranked player in the game. The next corner is at 12, and that's Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, 94 overall with 94 speed. Interesting enough, we don't see any teams here with more than one 90-plus corner on their team. So that's interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of teams out there that have higher 80 overall players. But very interesting to see. The Big Ten has a lot of really talented corners. As you can see, you've got Will Johnson, you've got Denzel Burke, Jabbar Muhammad, and Ricardo Holman. Did not know that Oregon was in the Big Ten. Okay, we learn something new every day, boys. All right, let's go to offense. Let's look at the top wide receivers that are in the game. And the best wide receiver, of course, obviously should be Travis Hunter. So the one thing about Travis Hunter is he's one of those players that can play both sides, obviously. I thought maybe he would be a 90 or higher rated corner, but apparently he's not. We don't see him in the corners, I believe. Let me double check and make sure. No, he's not. So Travis Hunter will not be a 90-plus overall corner. Interesting. I thought maybe he would have been. But he is the best rated wide receiver in the game. Of course, a 6th rank, 95 speed and 96 acceleration. Believe it or not, he's not the fastest wide receiver in the game. But you've got Luther Burden III from Missouri. Emeka Egbuka, I feel like he got snubbed a little bit. I feel like he should be like a 94. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being biased. One thing I notice here, you have a two-headed monster in Oregon. Look at this. You sort by speed. Tez Johnson and Evan Stewart, both at the same school, both north or at 90 overall, but both of these guys are 95 overall speed or higher. These guys, you got a lot of speed in Oregon. Both of these guys, man. Look at this. 98 acceleration on Evan Stewart and 97 acceleration with Tez Johnson. That is a two-headed monster that I don't want no part of. Oregon has a squad. Obviously, speed being the most important attribute in the game. That's scary. So Travis Hunter is 3rd as far as speed, but he's got 2 guys on the same team that are ahead of him. Second to last we're going to cover is the halfback position. Let's go ahead and look at that. And the highest rated halfback in the game is 96 overall, Ollie Gordon. 90 speed with 97 acceleration. I want to see what this guy's break tackle is because I think he's going to be crazy in that attribute. If he has high break tackle, this is going to be a very scary running back. Cover athlete Donovan Edwards finishing out at 10 with 91 overall, 92 speed, 96 acceleration. You've got 2 guys from Ohio State here in the top 5, and Travion Henderson, 93 overall with 94 speed. He's going to have high break tackle as well. He's more of a power back. And then you've got Quinshon Judkins at 95 overall with 89 speed. You've got a 2-headed monster there at OSU. So if you're a big run game guy, Ohio State is definitely going to be your choice for sure. You're going to want to take a look at the abilities for these guys. Which one of these guys are going to have that nasty juke move ability? Probably most of these guys, honestly. If Donovan Edwards gets it, I feel like most of these guys will get some pretty good abilities. But let's look at the speed. What's the fastest halfback in the game? Only a 94. I felt like it would have been higher than that, and that's Nicholas Singleton with a 94 speed. And then Travion Henderson is second. I don't know why I thought he's more of a power back. Is he? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But 94 speed, he's tied for first. Donovan Edwards is third. Okay. Who's got the best acceleration? Jaden Ott with 97 acceleration, and Ollie Gordon is tied for second. That's pretty good right there. And last but not least, the most important position in football, quarterback. Who's the best quarterback in the game? Carson Beck. Kind of wild right here that they put Shedeur Sanders at second. I don't think he's the second best quarterback in college football right now. I do think the second best quarterback is probably Quinn Ewers. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think Shedeur Sanders should be in this game. Considering what we saw last year, I think this dude's sitting at like an 89 to a 90 overall. There's just no way he's a 93. But he's at number 2. It is what it is. Dillon Gabriel from Oregon. Dude, this Oregon team is stacked. I'm actually terrified that they're in the Big Ten, being an Ohio State fan. But Dillon Gabriel here with an 81 speed, 92 overall. We don't get any kind of throwing attributes. Very important to see, but game's coming. We'll see it. Jalen Milroe, I think this is a little low. I feel like he should be a little bit higher, but he's sitting at a 90 overall with 91 speed. He's going to be a nasty quarterback to use for that rush heavy offense, for options and stuff like that. Jalen Daniels, 90 overall, 88 speed. Jackson Dart, and then Caden Salter from, what is this, Liberty? So not a huge list here of really, really good quarterbacks. I like this because Dynasty is obviously a mode about progression and improving your players. Even the best quarterback in the game has a lot of room to improve. So I really like how they did the overall system, even though there's some here that I don't necessarily agree with, but it is what it is. Who's the fastest quarterback in the game? And that is Jalen Milroe with 93 acceleration as well. Kansas has a pretty quick quarterback as well at 88 speed and 90 acceleration. But there you have it, boys. There's all of the best players at each position. If I missed anybody, be sure to check out this site. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Hopefully they drop like the full database here soon of all of the players so we can take a look at colleges like Kennesaw State. What kind of players do we have to deal with when we do that first big rebuild dynasty? But if not, we'll take a look at it when the game drops. We got plenty of time. But boys, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here, boys. Peace.